And the thing you're saying about how black people are, because it's always in the media, we don't have any media. We don't have a news channel or anything of that nature. Again, think about it. When they sold BET, the first thing they got rid of was the news. Ed Gordon and Jack A. Reed. That's the first thing they got rid of. News is to keep the people of the community informed about what's going on. And the first thing they got rid of, because we have no media, someone else tells our narrative. That's why we're always portrayed that way. Everything is always hung. I mean, look at the Me Too movement and things of that nature. It's always a black person that they put up. That's because you can't talk about the Hispanics like that, because they got Telemundo and Univision. Again, I used to work for a Russian Jewish guy out of New York. And when I went to his house, their news was in Russian. Everyone has media to inform their community except us. That's why they give Byron, what's his name, such a hard time. Byron Allen, who bought the Weather Channel.
We need to stop giving them content.
But every race and group of people do stuff. It's not just black people going in looting these stores. It's white people too, but the white people aren't going to show their own people.
They do. But I'm saying, like, for instance, look at this thing with these comedians.
Yeah.
You got all of these comedians coming out publicly airing their dirty laundry against each other. Y'all are professionals. Why can't you discuss this stuff outside of social media? That kind of stuff doesn't need to be in front of the cameras, and that's what I'm saying. Some things that need to be kept private and amongst ourselves are not. And so when you air it all out there for the whole world to see, you're giving them that content for them to be able to splash it all over.
Yeah,
everywhere.
but we should have our own media to tell what they're doing as well. They're killing people.
Well, again, that's our
They're
fault.
robbing. They're backbiting. They ripping off the government and things of that nature.
But that's our fault because there's no reason why now we can't get information out to our people. YouTube is here, and YouTube is just one form.
True.
There are many other forms.
But who is YouTube ran by? White people.
Yep.
So they'll take your stuff down. They'll give you a community strike or whatever.
X won't.
Well, I'm just saying, if you're putting up anything that goes against how they're trying to paint the picture of us as people, then they're going to strike that and take it down. Our own, because Byron tried to buy BET. He offered them the money they want, and they turned him down.
Okay, well, don't buy an existing one. Create your own.
That part.
You got enough money to, and you combine with your friends and with everybody else. Black women pay billions every year in hair care products and makeup.
And who sells it to them?
But what I'm saying is we have money. So if we put this money together and put it towards the good of the people instead of on frivolous things, instead of seeing who can get the biggest chain or who can get the nicest, the most expensive car and all of this kind of stuff, because you can't take any of this stuff with you. Do something that you can leave a legacy for those that are coming up behind you.
This is true.
Do something that somebody else can help your kids and your grandchildren and those future generations. We need to do some things for ourselves and stop investing in bullshit.
But over the years, they've invested a lot of time, effort, energy, and money in keeping us separated. Now, you also have to go way back to slavery. Think about whenever they were about to do a revolt or an uprising, it was always a nigger that snitched it out. And we're that way today. We've been taught not to trust each other. We've been taught different things about, even like with black business. They say black people, we're the only ones who have to go above and beyond to tell you we're a black business. And for those of you who have a black business, you need to do better, okay? Quit thinking because I'm black, I'm going to come patronize your establishment. I expect better customer service from you than I do from them folk. You don't follow protocol. When I walk in and you don't say, hi, thank you for coming to DD's restaurant, I'll be with you in a moment. You just have this attitude, and you hiring your family members and whatnot, and you just have this attitude that you're entitled to the black dollar. You're not, okay? When I come in there, I expect great customer service. I just do. And when you come in there, the attitude is, what you want? What I want? Thank you for coming to DD's restaurant. We have a special going on with collard green plate. Would you like to try it? No, I just want to order. Okay, is that all you'd like to order? Would you like to order? You don't ask none of that. You just say what you want. You write that down. You go about your business. No upsell, no nothing. Not saying everyone, but there's a protocol to the way things are done. So I just don't know how we're going to get out of the predicament or the situation that we're in. Like you said, we need to come together. We have the money. We spend $1 trillion some odd a year as consumers. Mm-hmm. And Dr. Claude Anderson, who we're going to get into here in a little bit, he has outlined in his books on how black people can start building. But again, you know, it's just a thing. We had our own. And they burned it down, this, that, and the third.
And to me, it's not a us versus them. It's not to me, it shouldn't be a black and a white issue.
But it is what it is.
We're all together because honestly, again, and I've said this many times before.
Right.
What we need to be doing is unifying as Americans, no matter what color your skin is, and do something about these people that are invading our country, that are coming in here in droves. I came across a story yesterday where there is this one particular gang that's extremely dangerous out of Venezuela.
Yep.
And so far, 38 of them have been arrested. And they're like extreme danger. Okay. And so if they've caught 38 of them, how many of them are still floating around here? And they've moved around the different parts of the country.
Yeah. Okay. Jackie's getting a little ahead of the teacher. We're about to go into immigration. Talking about Martin Luther King. Okay.
My bad.
So to close out, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was undeniably a transformative figure in the struggle for civil rights in America. His tireless advocacy and moral leadership inspired millions and paved the way for significant advancements in racial equality. However, a critical examination of his legacy reveals areas where he fell short in addressing the complex and multifaceted challenges facing the black community. By acknowledging these failures, we can gain a deeper understanding of the ongoing struggle for social justice and work towards building a more inclusive and equitable society for all. PushGapRadios.com.
Dallas, baby.
Immigration. Okay, so you were saying about the gang. Yeah, they say that gang